So this is the first part of the tutorial to do the Ghillie Suit Eliminators, and we're going to take this guy and we're going to turn him into this, the Eliminator Sergeant in his Ghillie Suit. And what we're going to build the Ghillie Suits out of is some of this, which is cheesecloth. You can get this on Amazon, pretty cheap actually. It's only like a few pounds. So it's pretty good price and you get quite a lot of it. Really all you want to do is cut out a piece that's big enough for your model, just to wrap around just like this. This piece is probably a bit too big. I think it went a bit overboard, but if it's too big, that's much better than it being too small. If it's too small, you're going to have to probably start over, and if it's too big, any parts you cut off are going to be used in the next step anyway, so better for it to be too big. And I'm going to struggle with these scissors for a bit, just why not? There we go. Yeah, so bits like this, set them to the side. We'll use those again. And I just keep playing around with it really until you get a size that you're kind of happy with, taking the account that you'll be folded in and around the model. So even leave it still a little bit bigger. So here's mine cut out now, and we're pretty much ready now to start laying down the first layer of the ghillie suit. So what you want to do now is to get a cup of water, and you're going to also want to get some PVA glue. And this is just literally like any glue. This is from a supermarket. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And so you're going to want to dunk the cheesecloth into the water and really get it in there. Scrunch it up, and you can see the folds already on it. This is the important part. It's going to make it a lot easier to sort of fit around the model. And this part's more so to get a better idea of how it's going to shape, so you can get into a position where you're relatively happy with it. And grabbing my secret tool here, the end of a paintbrush. I'm just trying to get a better idea of where I want the cloth to sort of fold over the model. I'm trying to think about what kind of position I want it in so it looks good, and also I'm thinking about what's going to make it easier to paint when this comes to the painting stage. So I don't want the covered parts is going to make the painting awkward. So I'm thinking about that when I'm doing this. I've just noticed maybe a little bit too much here at the bottom, so I'm just going to cut this off. Yeah, get down to a size I'm a little bit happier with. So let's grab some PVA glue now and actually start putting this onto the model properly. So just throw some PVA glue into palette, whatever. I've just got this little lunchbox here that I use. Grab a brush, be a small or medium brush, and really get it onto it. Be very liberal with this. And just start applying it. I tend to go into the center first. Behind the head on the shoulder pads is a good place to start, just to put a bit of weight into the center and then start working out to the sides after that. So I'm just gonna work it away from the head here, because the head's always kind of a focus point on any model you paint, so I want to keep that focus point, so I don't want it sitting around and folding over the face, things like that. I just want to get it out of the way. I'm thinking maybe we're gonna have a bit more of the gun showing. I think the last one I didn't really have the gun at the end in sight. So I think it might be cool to get more of the gun shown this time. And I was thinking about, as I go along here, about the painting process still, and what I want to leave visible, and what I want to cover. I think I might just tuck this under here. I quite like the look of that. It tucking it under gives it like a feeling of a natural flow to the suit. So I'm going to do that. Just keep it nice and close to the arm and the leg. And so yeah, just get a lot of PVA glue on there. Don't be afraid to get too much on, because it's just going to dry clear anyway, and you want to completely cover it so that when it dries, it's going to dry hard and be a bit more durable. So yeah, just keep doing this process, working away at it until you're happy. Take your time. Doesn't have to be done fast. And just keep going until you get the whole thing covered, basically. I've fast forwarded a little bit, but going over some final touches, making sure I've got a full coverage of the glue, and just making sure that I'm happy with how everything's sitting. So here's it next to what I've already painted. It's looking good so far. And I went away and actually forgot about the gun barrel. Almost forgot, but here we go. So grab a longer piece, thinner piece. This is far too long, but about that width is good. And you want to dip it in the water again. And I'm going to cut this one down to size a little bit better. It's too long. And there we go. That's a much better size. And I'm just going to wrap it around the gun. I'll grab the paintbrush here and hold down position. It can be a bit tricky. Be patient with it. And just fast forward it again, but I think by this stage you've got the idea. So I'm just finishing up putting the glue on. I've got it in a position where I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty good. And so that's pretty much the end of the first part. I think there'll probably be 2 or 3 parts. So hopefully the next part will come relatively soon. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Give it a like. Share it if possible. That'll be good, because I think it's a pretty cool model. It'd be good to get it out there. And so yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next part.